Good afternoon. Today is an exciting day for the entire Central Florida community. And I think you all know that one of my top priorities is to manage the city government so that it's accountable and lives within its means. And as I have said repeatedly since 2009, the Performing Arts Center would not move forward unless it could be built within funds identified and available to the project. And today, we are here collectively to announce a funding plan that does just that, relying on previously committed tourist development taxes, and sets the stage for a June groundbreaking of the Dr. Phillips Center for the Performing Arts. I'm proud to stand here with the majority of our city commissioners, Commissioner Ings, Commissioner Sheehan, Commissioner Stewart, Commissioner Lynham, and I know that Commissioner Ortiz is on his way. Commissioners, I want to thank you for your steadfast support of this project. It's faced many challenges, most of all the decline in our national economy, which impacted the tourist development tax. As part of the plan that we'll announce today, we have spent countless hours with staff and community leaders and construction experts to ensure maximum cost savings and opportunities, and to define a funding plan that is secure, that's solid, and is risk-free. And also, we have established a backup plan. So I want to go through both of those for you. Our tourist economy is rebounding faster than we had anticipated following the recession. Even in the last few months, we've continued to see double-digit increases year over year, some months as much as 20%. Updated projections of the tourist development tax indicate that there will be at least $43 million available during the 4-year construction and billing period for the Performing Arts Center. And that means that coupled with the existing tourist development tax that already sits with the trustee, with the CRA funding and the state funding, that we can complete the construction of stage 1 with the funds that are available. So that means no bridge loan from the city and no bridge loan from the county. It's entirely from funds that will be made available as originally contemplated by the project. With that being said, it's also important to know that we are not going to simply rely that the TDT is going to be there. We have thought about what happens if unfortunately we were to have another event that occurred that occasioned the tourism market to decline. So we have played out a scenario that would allow us to complete stage 1 without one additional penny of tourist development tax. And it doesn't rely on a single new dollar of additional city funding. It uses funding sources that have already been voted on and already allocated for the venue projects, funds that can't be used for police or fire or roads. So here's how it works. We have $43 million of TDT plugged into our primary plan. If that $43 million does not happen, and we have 99% surety that it will happen, but if it doesn't happen, here's what will occur. The original plan for the Performing Arts Center included $130 million from the county in TDT proceeds. And we would have bonded the tourist development tax to create the $130 million up front so we could have built all 3 theaters at the beginning. We have not been able to bond that money, but as a requirement of the interlocal agreement between the city and the county, we were required to create a $25 million reserve that would have provided us with the ability to bond tourist development tax. All right, if there is no tourist development tax, then we can't bond it. So the $25 million would be available for use in stage 1 to be replenished at the time tourist development tax actually flows. So there's $25 million of your $43 million. There is $2 million that will be accrued in interest in that same TDT reserve over the course of the construction period. And then what has happened in the last couple of weeks is the thing that is making this project go. The DPAC Board, led by Jim Pugh and Chuck Steinmetz and Mayor Bill Frederick, have stepped up and are providing $16 million worth of letters of credit. That means it's money that will be available for the project if the tourist development tax does not materialize. So you got 25 plus 2 plus 16 adds up to your $43 million in tourist development tax. So we're covered either way. The primary plan is TDT will flow, and we're going to have a great economy for the next 4 years. But fail safe, even if it doesn't, we are completely covered, and from revenues that aren't new revenues to the project other than the letters of credit. So I could not say more things or better things about the DPAC Board that has truly shown an extraordinary commitment to this project. They have never wavered from day one. They have raised more money for this project than any single project in the history of this community. They have followed through on a vision to produce a quality performing arts center, one that we can all be proud of and that will accomplish the mission that they set out to do. They have managed the project extremely well, and I'm proud to say that we're going to be able to break ground because of their relentless efforts. They believed in the project, and it's important to our residents, not just for the quality of life, but for generating jobs in all number of fashions. And one example of that is when the Burnham Institute came here, Dr. Reed gave one of the examples of why they came here, because we were able to come together as a community to do projects like the community venues, and that they needed a quality of life that could attract the type of scientists that they need to perform the work at the Burnham Institute. The other thing, though, it's an engine of economic opportunity. Today we are standing in the Blueprint office, and this is a place that provides opportunity for our residents. More than 3,000 Central Florida residents will participate in the construction of Stage 1 of the Performing Arts Center. And with Commissioner Lynham's leadership, we created the Blueprint to ensure that opportunities for small, minority, and women-owned companies would be created here. During the construction of the Amway Center, 750 people came through this office and got work on the Amway Center. And an added benefit was a lot of people came to the Blueprint office to sign up for work on the Amway Center, and we actually got them jobs in other places. So in addition to the 750, there were a total of about 1,900 residents that got a job through this Blueprint office. So if you're out there and you need work, come here today and sign up for work on the Performing Arts Center, because we're going to be breaking ground there in June. For more than 20 years, we've worked collectively on a vision to bring this to reality, and we are one step away. We need a vote of council on Monday, and I think that should go pretty well, as evidenced by the fact that we have a majority of the council here standing in support of the project. But this would not have come about but for the leadership of Jim Pugh and the entire DPAC Board. And I'm going to call on Jim for a few words, and then he will be followed by Trey Nobles, who is with the owner's rep firm PCL. Jim?
Thank you, Mayor.